In this episode, we discuss passports. Welcome back, fellow citizens of JAR, to Deron for Super President. This is a show in which we try to build our own country, take over the universe, fix all of the universe's problems. I know, ambitious, but if that's something you think you might like, please hit the subscribe button down below to join us on our weird and wacky journey of fun. Our population has increased. When the population does go up, we need more land for them to stand on. Up from 124, we now have a population of 133. This week, we're talking about passports, mainly because I feel like it. And also, this is going to be part one, sort of in a series of videos. I might not do part two next week, but this is a part one. We need to have, at some point in time, a passport. I know the country's not really big enough to fit anyone. We could get like a small dog and like, we gotta keep or poke air holes. That would be adorable. But as you can see, spoonful by spoonful, our country grows to enormous, not quite Russia size, but like, we're getting there. And eventually at some point in time, for people to be able to visit our amazing country, they're going to be able to have some sort of passport to get there. So how do we differentiate citizens from everyone else? Well, a passport needs a few things. And the first of which I'm going to be talking about this week, is a stamp. I was looking at different stamps of the world, and they are so boring. Like, I was hoping it would be a lot like stamps for letters, with some variation and pizzazz when I looked up all the countries of the world. And I'm staring at a list of all of them, and they're all, you pick a shape, and then you put the date of when people showed up, and that's it. Maybe a picture of the country, nothing special. The only cool one that I could find was the Cayman Islands, which has the most amazing, either a mohawk turtle or a pirate turtle. Can be seen in many ways. My guess is a pirate turtle. We need a stamp to represent our fair country of JAR, when people can actually visit JAR. Or let's say if somebody actually found me in real life, I could like get a real stamp and like stamp a piece of paper, and you'd be like, look, I saw Deron, he stamped this piece of paper. I'm just being silly about it. The one thing that I do recognize that is needed is, whatever it is, it's gotta be one color, because then you have to like stamp it in the thing and then stamp it on the thing. If any of you can come up with something that could go on a stamp in one color and be stamped on stuff, have at it. If any of you would like to come up with that, and then next week we might even have a couple variations if like multiple people come up with stuff. But if somebody wants to do that, that would be super cool, and then we could have like a stamp, yeah. And if not, then in my part two of making a passport, I'll come up with one myself and I'll put that on there. So one will happen, but if somebody else wants to come up with one, I'd love to highlight and showcase that and say, look at this person, they're really cool. I really like all the people that are following. We're gonna put our World Domination Fund segment at this point in the show. This week, when we save up our money, we're going to be saving 10 Lego dollars, coins, pennies. I don't know what the inflation, like how many like US dollars this is, but it's 10 of them, so like that's gotta be something. Fun story, I work making masonry, landscaping type like patios and stuff, and my coworker and friend Nick somehow found this in a pile of dirt that was being excavated. That's 10 Lego money, and our very diverse and interesting fund to build up awesome ways of universal control domination. Fun time, happy house. Okay, so that goes back in its corner. As usual, and as always, people from our fair nation have commented. One of my favorite exchanges we've had between citizens, starting with MCAT the Shapumpathum, saying, as forager of JAR, I have ventured far and wide to find a small quartz rock. It is now my possession, and I have deemed the first step in creating a space laser. Any scientists here to verify that? Sign the forager. Lolly coming in saying, I'm not a scientist, but I ate dirt once as a child. Therefore, I'm more than qualified to be a scientist. That is the start of many a great science. That is... And then Sammy Jr. Productions coming in with, I ate a staple. That's not healthy. All the things we do for science. I love this conversation. It makes me so happy. Lolly saying, can we have one now? And this is in reference to an older video. That's back when we created the military and army of JAR. So basically, if you stick around for a really long time, I'll grant you a title. But if you show somebody, even if they hate it, I'll also grant you a title. Conquest through sharing, you'll be part of the army of JAR. And that's sort of what we've been building up and building up. In that video, the topic of a secret council of citizens was brought up, and I'm like, not quite now. We had like 14 citizens at that point. I suppose we could have a secret council. I don't know what the council would do or what decisions it would make. BLK Chinak says, Jar sounds great. I'd like to be a part of this movement. I'm from Illinois. Thank you. You're such a cutie. Well, thank you very much. It's nice to hear. And if you subscribe to the channel, then we'll count you as a citizen and be part of the community. And if you keep saying hi, we'll give you a title. If you show a friend, we'll also give you a title. Good to have you on board. Also answered the question of Turtle Time saying, may I be a citizen? If you subscribe, this is not a very exclusive club. If you want to be, you're in. Stitch, Age of Empires 2, really curious about that username, says, welcome my friend to the world of micronations. Just recently found your channel and perfectly enjoy the idea. I find it to be the funniest out of all the micronations. Thank you. The Queen sends respect, royal family of Lilylandia, and a link to the history of Lilylandia, which I actually read and found it to be quite interesting. Landon Griffith saying, I in my United Landon allied me. 73rd, Placini to Sundrew. I don't know about the rest of you. Some people would assume that Landon is drunk or on something. I like to think that Landon is caught between spell check and a broken keyboard. That's my headcanon of what's going on here. I'll ally you if that's what you're asking. Raytopia News saying, one bit closer to buying a death laser of friendship. Super President candidate Deron, leader of Jar, defender of Pluto. This is my favorite quote now. Thank you. I really enjoy quotes. Quotes are one of my favorite things. So I strive to be quotable, so it's nice that people like the things I say. Thanks. Raven Quinn saying, I hate to ask you for a title there, but since I'm writing history book for the country, may I be called the Historian of Jar? Of course you may be called the Historian of Jar. You've also stuck around and been active for a while, so it's lovely to have you on board. Really, having an active community of cool people is like my favorite part about this, so like I'm really enjoying this channel and it's great to have you around. The Moral King saying, also I think somebody's importance should judge the size of the galaxy or solar system they get. I call dibs in the Sombrero Galaxy, but I have a feeling of the people who get galaxies, fewer of them will be like super active, and I have a feeling those people will sort of get the first pick because they'll still be around. I've never even heard of the Sombrero Galaxy. That sounds amazing. If nobody else was like, what? That was the one that I wanted. I don't see why not. I mean, my goal is to make everyone happy all the time. It's not that hard. I mean, it's impossible, but I can sure try. So Raytopia News says, I think we need some sort of national outfit to bolster Jarian pride. Lolly saying, on it. I don't know what this is, but I love it. If you come up with absolutely anything, let me know. I will showcase a picture of somebody else wearing it, or a mock-up, or a drawing or something. I'm curious to see where that goes. Sailmass was saying, second, first the worst, second the best. A lot of people are getting the first, second, and then they just go straight up to like 70 whatever comments at this point. I'm almost lost, so I'm just gonna go on by those at this point. Also, that robot replacement is made of cardboard, not metal, plus it's not even a robot. I hope you come to terms and make an actual robot. Oof. Now, I'll have you know, Samuel, Robot Deron is slightly offended by this, but we'll get by it. I recognize that there's certainly a cardboardiness. It's really hard to build robot decoys. And so, as is the case with pretty much everything on this channel, I sort of work with what I have, and then we upgrade as we go. And then, we look back at where we were, and we go look at how far we've come. So this is my version 1. Which is, you know, it's nice to have around. It makes a good ornament on the background. But yes, you're right. I mean, if we want to build a full battle bot, which I can't do and have no idea how to do, we'll get to that at some point. Esther135 saying, 65th. This is back on the comment chain of numbers. As science develops, we could live forever by uploading our brain onto computers. Now that's what you should do. Also, Thor can't be as great as you, just saying. Thank you very much. I mean, Thor's kind of a hard bar to set, but I guess if I'm taking over the entire universe, it's good to have somebody who resembles Thor. I mean, it is Robot Deron, you know, waiting in the wings. Lolly saying, Super President candidate Deron, leader of Jar, defender of Pluto. Can I be the secretary? I promise I am somewhat, not really, organized. Signed MVP of Jar. Sammy Jr. Productions saying, can my title be Random Citizen of Jar? I mean, sure, go for it. Be the secretary. And Sammy Jr. Productions, you've been around for a while, and you've been cool and commenting and saying hi. Of course, you can be Random Citizen of Jar, although if you'd like something else at some point, I'm sure we can swap that out. Joey Price saying, robots are easier to usurp, in case you were assassinated by nature. Joey Price is a totally innocent and upstanding citizen who doesn't want to kill me and take over the government. Can my title be nature? Joey, you're showing your cards! We can be a little bit more subtle. I mean, realistically, I'm a very trusting person, but I do have a very powerful cardboard maybe robot in the background. Landon Griffith saying, Pluto is a planet. And Lolly saying, that's the mentality. Lolly, can I say I absolutely adore your responses. It's gold comedy at all times. Speaking of Landon, by the way, from the cryptography of Landon's keyboard-trapped dungeon of spell check and broken keyboards, we have 2 more broken messages. Join my you yopels and gag me a gals. To which Sammy Jr. responded, Fef me a false. Which I think is again asking to be allied or joining in a union, and yeah, totally I'll be allied with you. And I hope you get out of your keyboard prison at some point. Sammy Jr. Productions saying, we do presidential gameplays anytime soon. I'd be excited for one, and I have a recommendation. Serious response, I actually wouldn't want to do one of those instead of one of these videos, and I don't have tons of time to do an additional video a week at this point in time. So what I'm going to do is I'll put that as a maybe in the future, but not now. And if I was going to do it, it would be another video in the week. Not another question, but not at this point. Stitch, Age of Empires 2 saying, I also hate to ask for this title, but I'd love to be Minister of Dirt, because I'm connected to dirt at the moment. I'm on a couch, which is connected to the floor, which is connected to the foundation, which is connected to some grassy thing, which is connected to dirt. Makes perfect sense. Ministry of Dirt. So there's sort of like 2 ways to get titles around here. So there's the community titles way, where it's like you stick around, you're cool, you're active, you say hi. You'll eventually get a title around that way. And then the other sort of way you can get a title is by sort of showing somebody the video and seeing if they like it. They don't even have to like it. If you stick around, you'll definitely get a title. Speaking of, sorry, I love this. The Moral King saying, my brother says these videos are stupid, so he just like. Oh, Moral King, kudos to your brother. You don't have to, but if you want to show him this bit of like, hi, it's cool you disliked. Thanks so much for watching the video, even if you didn't like it. That's totally cool. Thanks for giving it a try. I just like making stupid videos. Have a wonderful day. And Moral King, that is absolutely amazing. I love this comment so much. I'm gonna name you Ambassador of Muggles right now. Moral King also saying, I wish I had a P.O. box of sorts so I could import parts of my Monster Jam collection for Jar's Pickles. Yeah, that's just cool. I'm actually at some point in time I'm thinking about getting a P.O. box or whatever. It feels really weird to put your address online, doesn't it? Raven Quinn saying, so far the history book is a binder. Eventually when we have more history behind us, I'll actually get it bound into a book. And Molly saying, I have a binder of ideas for this country and also Volucci. Both of you are so ridiculously cool, and I'm super happy to have you around. Absolutely incredible. Amazing. Stupendous, amazing, incredible. Phenomenal. Fantastic. Yes. Javier Powell saying, I'm perfectly fine with waiting for control of the Pacific. Still, I don't think I'll probably at any point in time start giving out parts of Earth, because even responses to this question, of multiple of them are, hey, don't take my house, and is that overlapping with where I live? Also saying, I'll be studying Star Wars for strategies, sorry for writing your name wrong, glorious reader, Deron. But you'll definitely get some territory. Also saying, also, Deron, here's a topic idea. What will be the infrastructure of the great nation of Jar? I'm definitely going to put that in the works and see what I can come up with. Rabbit saying, I absolutely love designing space and military weapons / crafts. I would love to be the military designer as my title, but you know. Deron didn't second that nomination, but if he does, I got you. Well, if Lolly's into it, welcome aboard, military designer. Again, our military is mainly based on conquest through sharing and happiness and friendship and whatnot, but I really like the ceremonial weapons are just super duper cool. Yeah, I'd love to see any designs you come up with. So this has been your super presidential candidate Deron signing off for this week saying, welcome to Jar. Jar takes all kinds, and your family now. Please join us this week and every week. We go up every single Friday, and I will leave you as always with our user created motto for Jar, which is, we are Jar. If you love Jar, you love us. We'll see you next week.